Guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. I am super excited, super stoked to show you what we got. So some of you, not most of you, have already seen the post where I posted up the InTheDitch Dollies, a little bit of the new ones. All right, so you guys know I have the InTheDitch Dollies here, but these are rated at 3,040 pounds. All right, the speed dollies. And these have the smaller tires, the 4.8 tires, all right? And then obviously these don't have a grease fitting. I rebuilt all these new bearings, racers, the whole 9 yards, and I put these bearing buddies on there so you can grease them that way. But we got the new dollies. So huge shout out to Tammy from InTheDitchProducts, them and their marketing team. And thank you, Chris Purcell, my buddy from Purcell Towing. Because you, my man, you know, just thank you, man. Thank you from my heart, man. You always look out for me. You always, you know, recommended me for stuff and stuff like that. And I just appreciate the friendship. But because of them, we now have the new dollies. All right, so these tires are much larger. These are the 5.7 tires with the aluminum rims, the heavy-duty air valve, right, for the air. These hold up to 100 pounds of pressure. The dollies are rated for 4,000 pounds. As you can see right there, these are the SLX-XD Dollies. So the SLX is for the speed lube hubs, and the XD is for the heavy duty tires and stuff like that. So right here is where you would grease them up. You take a screwdriver, all right, pop it in there, pop off the cover, and boom, there you go right there. You have the Zinc fitting. So now you put the grease gun to that, you pack the grease in, and it pushes the new grease in and the old grease out of the backside of the bearings, and then it pushes out to the front. Once you're done, you can just simply push this in there, and then it's protected, it's covered, it's a dust covered, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, like my other dollies, as you can see back here, I took this dolly out first and it took the cover off, so you don't have to worry about that no more. Okay. Also, we have the aluminum axles. These are the positive camber axles. All right, so we got the new axles. We got the new bar to lift it. Okay, and these axles are different from the regular axles. So the regular axle has a T here. These don't have the T here. But the mount that I have requires the T. So we have the T set up right here. All right, so this has a nut, a bolt, and the nut has a plastic washer in it, like a plastic thing in it, so that you don't have to worry about it coming apart or getting loose for vibration. And basically, oh, there's a wolf spider. Check him out, he's looking at the dollies. Pretty big wolf spider. So this goes on here like this, all right, and that is a T fitting. So now what that's for is for this mount. This mount goes inside the tunnel box. All right, so it's going to go like this on the top of the tunnel box. I will insert a photo so that you can see how it gets mounted in the tunnel box. So now this part right here is where the rod goes in, the pullover bar, right? And then right here is where the T part goes in for the axles. So now that is going to go inside the tunnel box, which we are going to adjust everything because I have to mount it. But now in the tunnel box, that light's going to come off, and then that is going to get mounted there, go straight across, and then mount it to the other side. So now the axles will slide in like this on both sides, and then in the middle, the pole's going to slide in. And then guess what? No more having to fight to put the axles in that corner anymore, which is awesome. So these are going to come off, the bracket's going to come off, everything's going to come off. The dolly's going to get mounted here, and then the fenders are going to get mounted there. So you have the axles, you have the pry bar, okay? And then here is the other awesome stuff. So here are the mounts, okay? So this right here is the mount for the dollies, and then that is the mount for the fenders. All right, so check this out. We got to put it together. This is just an unboxing of everything that was sent to me, and we are going to put everything together. So here's the fenders, all right? So 2 for each side, and like super light. These are the aluminum ones. Here's the hardware with the clips to lock them in place, and the double-sided tape for the reflectors. All right, and then here is the piece here's the other piece for the fenders. So those are going to get mounted to these. These will slide onto the dolly. All right, so now a lot of people think like, they're like, oh, you're gonna add more weight to the dollies. No, because you're not lifting the dollies with the fenders on it. You know what I mean? So once I have this set up, I'll show you how it goes. But it's just gonna sit on the dolly, so you can take it on and off with a quick release pin. You don't have to lift the dolly up with the fenders on it. You use them as you need them. All right, so there's 2 brackets there. Here's the other brackets that I gotta check the instructions, but I think this is the side that sits on the dolly. I haven't done it yet, so I'm just super excited. I got it the other day and I'm super stoked. I cannot wait to put this all together. I gotta go pick up some hardware though for the bolts for these brackets, which this is nice because this bracket here, when you have the dolly out, you pull the pin out and then you take this out and you leave it out. When you put the dolly in and you want to lock them in, you take the pin out, you put this piece in, it locks the dolly in place, and then you can leave these throughout the daytime. And then if you're going to, you know, park the truck somewhere and you have to do some stuff, you just take this pin out and put a lock on it. So you can lock that, and then this is the mount for the fender, which has 2 pins that lock it in place. But I'm gonna probably customize some type of pins with locks so that, you know, they don't walk away. They also come with the 1-inch straps. So yeah, so I'm like super pumped up. Again, the other bracket for the tunnel box. And again, these are the SLX-XD Dollies. All right, so they do have another set that has the hub that's a sealed hub, like an automotive car bearing. But me personally, I like to grease my own stuff, so I know that it's always being greased. So I went with this set. And then you have the hole for the pole that you can walk it, you know, as you've seen in many of my videos. So you put the pole, which for some reason I can't do with one hand. So you put the pole like that, and then you can walk the dolly wherever you need to walk them. All right, which is great. No having to pick them up and kill your back. And then here's the axles. All right, so there's the axles right there, which you already know how axles work. You just press the button and then you lift up, which it's gonna be hard for me to do with one hand, but that's it. All right, and then again, you don't have to worry about the camber with them. So yeah, guys, I am like super pumped up. You know, again, I can't thank In The Ditch enough. And Tammy, you know, thank you so much again. I really appreciate it. So guys, this is just an unboxing video. I'm gonna be doing a video that's gonna be longer, which is going to be the whole install. So I'm gonna be removing the other dollies, all the brackets, all that stuff, and then mounting these on the truck. And I'm trying to figure out which way to do it. I don't know if I'm gonna just mount the I don't know if I'm gonna mount the dollies like here on this side, and then the fenders behind it, one on each side. I'm not gonna put both of them on one side. I'm gonna put one on this side, one on that side, and then the fender on one side, fender on the other side. So I might do like the dolly here and then the fender back here on this side or something. I'm trying to figure it out. I gotta put it all together and see what I'm gonna do. I thought about removing this part here for the sling because I really don't use it. So I can remove that and then possibly put, you know, the dollies right here going this way. You know, I don't know. I really don't know. I just know that I'm excited and I want to get them on the truck right away, which is nice because they're the 5.7 tires, so they're larger, which is better. And again, the capacity is 4,000 pounds, which is great. Okay. And guys, honestly, you see my videos. I'm using dollies on the daily, like straight up. I'm using them like a few times a day. And, you know, it's like I tell everybody, whether you're in a wrecker or a flatbed, you have to have dollies. Because when I'm in the flatbed, like you saw how it was when I worked at Bream Bros, right? I was in the flatbed and I was using dollies all the time. I don't care, because having dollies, it's, you know, you don't have to worry about turning down jobs. I literally did a job today that some other guy in a wrecker couldn't do for a BMW, And I don't know if it was just lazy or he just didn't have the equipment, but guess what? I had the dollies. I'll put a picture right here. Unfortunately, I didn't record it. It was too hot, and I had a lot going on. But I'll put a picture here. You'll see it. And I loaded this brand new 25 BMW 8 something series with flat tires and everything. But guess what? Loaded up on dollies and took off with it. Got the job done. I got paid for it. What more can you ask for? And you already know, I always strap my dollies, guys. You know, I know that there's a lot of people that say you don't have to strap the dollies and all this other stuff. Listen to me. I'm telling you, before I was a business owner, I always strapped dollies because it's about safety. God forbid something happens. You don't want that dolly coming apart and flying on the highway and causing a problem. And now as a business owner, I'm even more careful on what I do. You know what I mean? Because it's my name on the side of the truck. Well, it's our name on the side of the truck. And, you know, insurance, safety, the whole, listen, I'm all about safety. Safety chains, straps on the dollies, straps on everything, you know what I mean? So yeah, so with that being said, guys, I'm just going to put everything away because it's about to rain, and I couldn't do this video in the daytime because it is just, the humidity is insane. It's like, not, what is it, 8:44 right now in the afternoon or the evening, and it's like moist out. Like the humidity is insane. I'm sweating, it's nasty. But anyway, I just wanted to share it with you guys that we got the dollies. And again, thank you In The Ditch, thank you Chris Purcell, you know, for being like my #1 supporter and really close friend of mine. But yeah, so with that being said, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I can list all the items down in the description. All right, so you guys can check it all out. You guys are definitely going to see this in action. Obviously you already see all the stuff that I do as it is. And then I'll also include a picture of like the grease setup on them, explaining, like, I'll put it towards the end of this video so it can like just pause it and whatever, check it out. So it's a full color image, and it has like, it shows you the bearing setup and how when you grease it and all that stuff and how the grease goes in and comes out. I'll show you that. I'll show you a screenshot of the axle mount that goes in the tunnel box. I'll show you just different little shots at the end of this video so you can check it out and check out all the stuff. And I'll also, in the description, I will put some links to some videos from In The Ditch. So they have like some explainational videos that you can check out. Really cool stuff. They have really good videos. Subscribe to the channel. The link will be in the description below. I've watched a lot of their videos. That's how I learned that I'm able to grab a car. Let's say if it's against the wall and I can't put the pole backwards to lift it. That's how I learned on their video that you can just put the wheel back in the closed position, and then you can roll the car forward a few feet and then unlock it and then flip it over again. But I will copy their links to some of their videos that are useful, and I will put it in the description and you can check it out. So there'll be a link on the greasing of them, the spindles on them, the pins. Like, I will put a link for a bunch of stuff. Check out their channel. Super good information on their videos. And subscribe to the channel. And if you are new to our channel, then do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click on that notification bell. You get notified every time I upload a video. And with that being said, guys, I will see you in the next video, which is either going to be me setting this up or another video going on with some towing stuff. I mean, it's kind of a little hectic right now. So but I got to go pick up all the bolts and the washers and all that stuff so that I can properly mount all this stuff. But it's going to be exciting not to have to put the axles inside the box like I always do now, because sometimes the jack moves, the toolbox that I have inside moves, and then I got to move everything over. I was originally going to get the axle mount for the top of the truck on the bed, but then Tammy suggested to get the one for the inside that you can slide the axles in, because she's like, you're always putting them inside anyway. And it's good because it'll keep them out of the elements. I won't have to worry about somebody walking away with them. The truck does have cameras, so I'm not worried about it. I mean, obviously I don't want nobody stealing my stuff, but there's 4K cameras on the back window that watch both sides of the truck and the whole back of the truck. So anybody that messes with the truck, they'll be on camera. But yeah, so with that being said, guys, as always, God bless. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching the video. I will see you guys in the next video. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button, become part of the Towman family. I'll see you later. God bless.